Yeah, I know, we're all waiting for Collins. I get it. Let me ask you something. One question. Could you believe this nation has now been reduced to the spectacle of one semi-functional human being from Maine determining the course of the nation for the next 30 years? And I don't mean Kavanaugh. A woman in Maine, a once beautiful rock rib Republican state that turned left a long time ago because all of the people ran out of New York and Boston after destroying those cities. The liberals ran up to New England, you see, and they brought their politics with them. And now you have the division. Look at Connecticut with him there, the fake Vietnam War hero, whatever his name was. Oh, Blumenthal, the one with the weird face and weird voice. You would think Connecticut would be somewhat split down the middle. No. Now Maine, you got Susan Collins. The whole world's now waiting for her decision on the Kavanaugh nomination. Can you believe it's come down to this? Now, I'm not going to talk about it much. We'll play it when she speaks with the fake presentation. But last night I went to the city of San Francisco after my show early. I had an early dinner. I haven't been in a while because of the vermin in the streets. I cannot take it. So I figure I'm not going to take it. The violence. You think I'm joking, right? You think we're making it up? So I go to one of my Italian restaurants in North Beach. I enjoyed the calamari. I had a great time. I was joking with the guys. The guy told me about his trip to Italy with his 8 family members from Naples down to Sicily. Wait till you hear what Oh, there she comes. Let's hear it. Come on, play it. Run it.
To explain my vote on the nomination of a justice to the United States
Oh, come on.
Court,
just make the statement.
I have begun my floor remarks explaining my decision
Oh,
recognition
what's wrong with these people?
Of the solemn nature.
They would never make it in radio, I'll tell you that.
Of the occasion.
Come on.
But today...
Stop it. I can't listen to this woman. I had a half a migraine. Now it's a full migraine on the right side. The minute she starts to speak. Milking it forever. What's with the new outfit, the Mao outfits they're all wearing with the neck covered? Well, I know the reason for that one. All right, turn it back on. Let's see how much we can take of her.
Then a solemn occasion. The president nominated Brett Kavanaugh.
Yes, we know that.
July 9th. Within moments of that announcement,
I'm actually
special
getting
interest
sick.
groups raced to be the first to oppose him, including one organization that didn't even bother to
Okay, so
fill
she's
in
moving in the right
judge's
direction.
name
Right?
on
She's
its
justifying.
pre-written press release.
Yes, I'm voting.
They
She's going to say
simply
yes.
wrote
Clint? Yes, hand up if
that
yes.
they opposed
Jim, yes or no?
Donald Trump's nomination
It looks like
of
she's moving to a yes.
XX
Brian, yes
to
or no?
the Supreme Court.
Are the
of
3 white
United
males say
States.
yes?
A number of senators joined the race to announce their opposition, but they were beaten to the punch by one of our colleagues who actually announced opposition before the nominee's identity was even
Oh, so
known.
she knows the background. She's not as
Since that
out of it as I
time,
thought.
We have seen special interest groups with
Oh, she's
their
really setting the
followers
stage.
into
If she
a
says no,
fence
I'm leaving radio.
by spreading misrepresentation.
I'm saying she's going to say yes. If she says no, I'm quitting. I'm leaving the business.
Judicial record. Over-the-top rhetoric.
Oh, please, I
and
swear to you, the
distortions
migraines.
of
Stop her voice. I can't. She reminds me of all the teachers that made me a truant as a youth. I can't take this anymore. I'd have to take breaks in the bathroom from teachers like this till they finish the sentence. You know, you couldn't take a second. Okay, well, let's try her again. The people want to hear her.
Social media. Interest groups have also spent an unprecedented amount of dark money opposing this nomination. Our Supreme Court confirmation process has been in steady decline for more than 30 years.
Wow.
One can only hope
She's
that
gutsy.
the Kavanaugh nomination is where the process has finally hit rock bottom.
She ought to run for something after
Against
this.
backdrop,
Maybe the Senate
it is
even.
up to each individual senator to decide what the Constitution's advice.
I am so
and
succumbed from this
sanctity
speech.
means.
I'm gagging from it.
Informed
Can't she
by
make a statement?
Alexander Hamilton's Federalist.
Stop. No more Federalists. Please, Susan. You know, if she sent a tape out to become a talk show host, the PD would have broken the CD and thrown it in the garbage can after 7 seconds. They would say she'll never make it on radio. But you got to listen to this. Go ahead. I learned that the first day I started in radio. On KSFO. No, I can't take it. Wait till she says something. I remember when I started in radio on KSFO. Jack Swanson, who was back there, congratulations, Jack, told me that he gets hundreds and hundreds of tapes a week at that time. They would send CDs. And he taught me that if you don't know what you're saying in 7 seconds, you're finished in this business. That's why they all wind up in the Senate. Let's go back now and see where they are.
Be able to put aside any and all personal preferences in deciding the cases that come before
I'm having
them.
an anxiety attack.
I've never considered the president's identity or party.
Turn it off, please. You know, I'm a strong guy. I can handle an awful lot. Do you know I'm actually having a hyperventilation and an anxiety attack from her? It's the cadence of her speaking and how long it's taking her to make a statement. If I had a mother like that, I would have run away at 5. Let me hear the rest of this.
Justices Sotomayor and Kagan, who were nominated by President Obama.
This is going to go on, I think, about 30.
Who was
a 30-minute job
by President Trump. So I began my evaluation of Judge Kavanaugh's nomination by reviewing his 12-year record.
And I've come to the conclusion, knew already what?
Circuit Court of Appeals, including his more than 300 opinions and his many.
All right, she's laying the groundwork for the fact that she's going to say yes.
Articles.
I get it. I got it. The migraine is now complete.
Including lawyers.
No, my whole right eye is out. I can't even see.
Congressional Research Service.
I'm in a sweat.
Me many times each week, insisted me.
Stop! You know, I was going to tell you about having dinner in North Beach last night, and a bum took a dump right outside the window, and I left the. I swear to God, I was going to tell you about that. A man defecated in the streets of San Francisco in front of the restaurant, and nobody did anything. It's lower than an animal. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi. All right, turn it back on. But I can't. I can't talk about that. I have to listen to this now.
Rice and many others. And I talked with Judge Kavanaugh a second time by phone for another hour to ask him very specific.
If you had her as a teacher in the 3rd grade, tell me what would 5th grade, let's say.
I also have met with thousands of my constituents, both advocates and many opponents, regarding
I have to
Judge
Leave it on,
Kavanaugh.
Though. It's an obligation.
One concern that I frequently heard was that the judge would be likely to eliminate the Affordable
Okay, stop.
Care
I can't
Act.
take it. Let's just, you listen in the background when she's warming up to actually say it. So therefore, I come to the conclusion that and then at that point we'll take her on again. I can't listen to this. It seems to me she's lining up to justify why she is saying yes, and I hope she gets it over with already. We already had one defection from a Democrat who moved over to our side. And, of course, we had Lisa Murkowski from Alaska stab us in the back. How you people in Alaska can keep voting her in, I'll never understand. What, she didn't get another bridge to nowhere? I was going to tell you about the bum defecating in the streets of San Francisco outside a restaurant window and what a Mexican busboy told me they would do to him in Mexico. But, okay, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear that the plague is coming next among the homeless armies. You don't want to hear any of that. No. You want to hear this now, the dodderer. Let's go back to the doddering senator.
Constitutional grounds. He has argued for severing the invalid clause as surgically.
Stop. No, I'm trying my best. Not only is this woman giving me a migraine, I think the whole spectrum is now. My mouth is starting to feel nauseous from it. I'm getting sick. I'm actually having an anxiety attack from this woman. Is there anyone out there reacting to her the same way I am? I don't understand this. She's driving us crazy. I'll have to change my undershirt after the break. Why is she taking so long? Can't she just say, I've given it careful consideration, and upon consideration, and I'll present my reasons why, after then, I'm voting yes, and goodbye? No, I have to listen to every thought that she had in the last 6 years. All right, let's take another dip into it again. Susan Collins, building it up.
It would take just this kind of
the whisper.
approach.
That was very dramatic.
Another assertion that
very
I've heard
vaudevillian.
often is that Judge Kavanaugh cannot be trusted if a case involving alleged wrongdoing by the president...
Stop. I'm going to ask my audience right now, do you want to hear about the homeless bum defecating in the street outside the restaurant window and what I think needs to be done to the homeless bums in every city in this country to help them? Or would you rather I play Susan Collins? 855-407-28, because typhus has broken out in the L.A. bum community. Homeless community. Typhus, you know, that little thing called typhus spread by fleas, which I predicted the other day on the radio show. Plague is next. And by the way, the plague that I'm going to tell you about, let me tell you something. The bacterium that is spread by the fleas off the rats does not discriminate based upon how progressive you are. It doesn't know whether it's a progressive ankle walking by or a right-wing ankle walking by. It's called health, idiots. Can we listen to her again? I don't know if the people want to hear her or me.
Given the current special counsel investigation,
again,
President Trump should not even be allowed to nominate a justice. That argument ignores our recent history.
This could go on yet. This could be a 2-hour job. Boy, they don't know how to get to a point.
Ginsburg after the Whitewater investigation was already underway. And she was confirmed 96-3.
And say she was the chief litigator for the evil ACLU.
Independent counsel Robert Fisk.
See, she won't even say who Ginsburg is. I'm getting the lines are lighting up. I know what's going on.
Clinton nominated.
You want to hear about the bum defecating outside the restaurant window or not?
Confirmed.
Or you want to listen to this one?
9. Supreme Court justices have not hesitated to rule
what a sense of timing.
Who have nominated them.
She's so bad that she deserves a slot on MSNBC.
In the United States,
she could be a fill-in for the other one there.
Nixon appointees.
I don't know. And the voice, there's something. Turn it off. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm having a flashback to a teacher in the 5th grade who sounded like this and wore a certain kind of toilet water that gave me a migraine for life. I've been in and out of like aromatherapy trying to get the scent out of my nostrils. But there it is again, no matter where I turn. Imagine getting stuck in an elevator listening to her talking to another senator. That'd be my idea of hell. Okay, well, I have to run it, though. It's a national radio show. I understand. Go ahead.
Supreme Court cases in history. What do they have in common?
Does anyone have a kazoo I could be playing while waiting? Get me my harmonica. Ryan, get me my harmonica. I'm going to play it over her as a soundtrack.
Case that Judge Kavanaugh has pointed to as
all right, stop. Downtown L.A. hit with outbreak of flea-borne typhus. You don't care about that. Deadly bacteria warning goes out to visitors of Berlin sex club. What did I just tell you about yesterday about the Weimar Republic in Germany? The Weimar Republic was not as degenerate as the America of today. And what happened in Germany after the excessive liberalism is something the world never wants to see happen again. But I can guarantee you, if we let these bums crap in the street and we continue to let the insanity that is going on in this Western world of ours, the worst is yet to come, okay? Let's go back to Susan. I'll entertain myself.
The D.C. Circuit by
still on.
President Bush and had worked in President Bush's White House ruled that the conviction was unlawful. As he explained during the hearing, quote,
I think I'll
we don't
play
make
Old MacDonald over her.
based on who people are or their policy preferences or the moment. We base decisions on the law, end quote. Others I've met with have expressed concerns.
Oh, Lord,
that
this one really is milking this.
Retirement
All right, turn her off for a minute. We'll get the answer before. All right, let me take one call. Jesse, the bum or Collins? Line 9, go ahead, please.
Yeah, the bums are too much. They've taken over the country with this democratic rhetoric. And I'm tired of it, and I'm sick of it, and that's all.
No, I'm talking about bums defecating and urinating in the streets and beating people up. I am talking about violence and disease that is coming out of the homeless community, and I don't like the word homeless, okay? I don't like that word. That's a liberal word that was invented to make us feel guilty.
And
there are shelters for them. They don't have the right to say, I don't want to stay in a shelter. Who gave them the right to go and defecate in the street? You did. You did with your tolerance, you idiot, you. She's still not finished. I don't believe. Look, I got to take a commercial break. Let's have one more taste of Susan Collins, then a quick break on the Savage Nation.
Birth control. In one case, Judge Kavanaugh incurred the disfavor of both sides of the political spectrum for seeking
see
to
why
ensure
anyone
the
with brains doesn't go
availability
into
of
politics.
contraceptive services for women, while minimizing the
all right, look,
involvement of employers.
We'll get you. Okay, we'll get back to her, and she'll still be on probably an hour from now. Back in a minute.
Savage.